captain to me.
Yeah, I was going to say
First
that.
of all, this is what I think.
Yeah.
Okay, when I say captain, it bugs me. I even see it in the NHL when someone's the captain, and it's like they talk about all the leadership, this, that, the other thing. It's like so important to pick the right captain, and I disagree.
Mhm.
Just personally disagree. I think in youth hockey, it's utterly ridiculous to have a captain, and here's why. But let's go first. What's a captain? What's the purpose of having a captain? Yeah, it's probably a good question, right?
Yep.
Purpose of having a captain is a rule in hockey, which is another kind of weird rule, but I guess it eliminates a whole bunch of people talking to the referee at one time. You designate one person or alternate captains, and they're only players on the ice who are officially allowed to talk to the officials in a game. So if you have an issue, coach or the captain is a representative of the official. So used on that term, what does that have to do with leadership? Does that have anything to do with leadership in your mind? I mean, you don't want an idiot to do it.
That's kind of the only thing I was going to say is like you want someone who can like handle the situation, which some people can do that better than others.
So here's my question. Ref, coach wants to know why that's offside. Like, you don't even have to be a genius to do that. But let's just say, okay, we have someone that can speak, put a sentence together and give it back to the coach. Okay, so that's number one. So in youth hockey, let's say that's what it is. Okay, fine. Pro hockey, I would say I would include like the OHL, college, all minor pro, whatever. The captain has maybe a different role. It actually does. So it's also obviously to speak to the referee, but it's supposed to be a team leader and the face of the team who probably deals with some media, deals with some social events and functions and stuff that represents the team well. Okay, cool. That's what a captain is supposed to be. So that's what it's supposed to be. All right? Any thoughts so far?
Lots, but I want you to keep going first.
Okay.
So just go.
So I'm just going to go to youth hockey.
Yep.
My thoughts on youth hockey, okay? Other than speaking with the ref, what actually is the point of a captain? I don't know.
Like, are you asking me, or?
I'm asking, or it's rhetorical.
Like, okay, it's supposed to be.
We can battle.
Yeah, we can battle. I think we're on the same page, anyways. But whatever. I think the point, it's supposed to be at any level to some degree someone who like can corral the team, but meaning like if it's a shitty game or if it's someone that's not the coach that is on the same level as the players that can try to like pull the guys together and make sure that there's some gel among the team.
Yeah.
But depending on how youth we're talking here, it's like when you're 14, like 13, 12, 11, like what skills do you have to be able to do that? Like you don't have any of those skills developed yet. So, and that's even considering some kids are really mature for their age. You're still a kid. Like you don't have the skills to, and how serious are we talking here? Like how significant of a situation is it where we really need a captain to just pull the team together when you're 12? It's like, you don't really. So I think it's more just like 8. Symbolic than 8. Yeah. I think it's just more symbolic than anything. Yeah. But before you go to your next point, to me, it starts to turn into, and this goes all the way up to the OHL. Like we were just talking about captains today in the OHL, and it's like, because I remember playing junior, and it just turns into, from the player perspective, a bit of a ego thing where it's like the best players are the captains, not necessarily the captain is the captain, or who the best leader is the captain. A lot of times it's just who the best player is or who the kid is that you need to keep happy, because if you don't give them a letter, then it's like you get all this stupidity about it. Yeah. And it's not really necessary. The only thing that I will say I like about it was what we were talking about last night with one of the dads. That was
I
the
agree,
first
1,000%.
was the first time I'd heard somebody say it that way, which we had one of the dads that coaches a AAA team around here, and he was saying that
played pro too.
Played pro, like he played hockey, and he was saying he kind of liked the idea of maybe rotating the captain around.
Yeah.
Because now you're using it as a teaching tool, where it's like, okay, maybe at the start of the year you take your team and say, okay, we're not going to have any set captains. Everyone's going to get an opportunity to be the captain, because I want you guys to start to learn or feel what it means to have some leadership responsibilities. Yeah. And that could mean these 5 qualities, let's say. So when it's your turn to be the captain, I expect these things. Like you're going to lead the team stretch, and you're going to make sure that all the the boys pick up all the pucks at the end of practice, like whatever it is that you need to do.
Yeah.
Could be a good teaching tool if done properly.
Yeah.
Especially at the young ages.
And that's 100% what I would say too, is like, yeah, if you have to have a captain, because you actually have to in youth hockey.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would say is rotate the captain.
Yeah.
And having those lessons in there, like say you're going to be captain this game. These are a few responsibilities you have to have, and it's good to get kids outgoing or maybe to take responsibility. Totally agree, that's fine, but I would definitely say rotate it, 100%.
Yeah.